Chapter 1 Introductions. Bill Hunt is a musician for a bar. I am stating a fact, he is my best friend, this is also a fact. I have a secret, but most people have probably figured it out. I order delivery once a month. Well, I used to, but now they are wary of me. Now it's golfers. I work at Malcolm's, it's a funeral home. They no longer get delivery. The director Malcolm, now called John, was super upset when he found out I ordered delivery. Anyway, I'm Stanley, I am a little bit crazy and evil, some say. But I'm a really nice guy once you accept my secret. See, I'm a werewolf. But I have lots of control over my actions. Well, I haven't always, only since I was 29. But now I lead a somewhat normal life, I have a wife named Lynn, and 2 goldfish. That sounded way less lonely in my head. When I transform, I am a 7 feet 4 inches tall wolf, not standing on my hind legs. I also remember everything, even my wife playing with me like a dog. I don't mind, I actually quite enjoy it. I also made friends with Barbara, the lady at the supermarket. I see her as a wolf getting meat with my wife, and as a human getting groceries. She always brightens up when I arrive, greeting me with either "Hi Sir Fluffy" with some pets, or "Hello Stanley," and she winks a "I know your secret, but it's safe with me" wink. I love my community, everyone is rather nice, even though I'm a werewolf that used to eat delivery. Chapter 2 Full Moon. One full moon I was walking home, I only had 2 minutes to get home, I was only a block away when someone grabbed me and pulled me down a dark alley. "Give me all your money now, punk," the figure seethed. "I don't have any." "I know you do, I've been watching you 1 minute to go." "Please, I have a wife." "All the more reason for me to kill you." I scream in agony as the transformation starts. "Hi, you little coward." Already scared, he pulls out a switchblade and advances. My clothes begin tearing as my body swells in size. "Oh, what's wrong with you?" he asks, now very afraid as he faces a wolf. "Nice doggy," he chuckles. I growl in advance, the figure suddenly bolts, not away but at me. He jabs the knife into my leg and yanks it out. I quickly knock him down, blood sprays across the dark alley and onto my fur. He screams. I crush his legs with my immense weight first, he screams harder, then I eat him. When I finally limp home, I am covered in blood, my wife looks at me, screams, then rushes to my side. The cut is still dripping blood. "We need to get medical supplies stat." I nod. "Wait, you can understand me?" I nod again. "Huh, interesting." We rush to the store. I limp along behind her. When we arrive, Barbara brightens up, then sees the blood. "Oh dear, please stop bleeding all over, I'm gonna have to mop that up, you know." "We need first aid supplies now." Barbara's eyes widen. "Okay," she rushes off. "What's going on?" "Who let this stupid mutt in?" someone asks. I growl. "Easy boy. How dare you call my dog a stupid mutt?" she seethes. "Easy, I didn't mean any harm." "But, he is bleeding all over the floor." Barbara returns carrying a first aid kit. "Don't worry, I am the vet in this town." "Also, hey boss." "Thank goodness," says my wife. "Please get him cleaned up so he can leave," said her boss. Barbara dresses the wound and announces they're done. "Try not to let him bite it. Also, please give him a bath." I whine, then give her a hug. She groans from my weight. "Down boy," commands my wife. I get down. "He's a very good boy," her boss remarks. I lick his face, he laughs and splutters. "Here is your meat, ma'am." Barbara hands my wife a plastic bag, my wife hands her the money, and we depart. We spend the rest of the night in the living room watching TV. My wife soon falls asleep and I cuddle next to her. Chapter 3 The next day. I awake naked and alone on the living room floor, sunlight streams in through the crack between the curtains. I get up, then get dressed. On the counter is breakfast and a note. "Hi honey, good morning. I hope you are feeling better. Barb sends her regards. I am at a job interview. I'll see you this afternoon." Later, when his wife got home, "How are you feeling?" "Sore," I reply. "What happened?" "I don't remember much, just that I got mugged." I lie. Oh dear. Chapter 4 Bill. It is the next full moon. I have an hour. Hey honey? Yes dear? I want to go scare the pants off my best friend Bill Hunt. Okay, don't eat him. I'm gonna write him a note. I sat down and began to write. Hey Bill. It's me, Stanley, I am a werewolf. I rolled up the paper and gave it to my wife. Half an hour later, I got naked. Then I screamed as the transformation started and I quickly transformed. Then my wife put on my collar and I bounded out the door. At Bill's apartment building, I trod into the elevator. It groans and creaks, so I take the stairs instead, on the first floor. I meet a very scared delivery guy. I decide to leave him alone. I just lick his face. On the second I meet a little girl who asks to pet me. I let her. On Bill's floor I trot to his door and press the doorbell with my snout. When he answers I smell him and give him a kiss. He screams in terror before spotting the note. He reads it. Then he smiles. Hi buddy, good to see you again. I nod. He grins. So now what, he asks. I flop over with a thud that shakes the building. Oh, belly rubs? I nod. Okay. He looks sheepishly at me, of course. Why didn't I ask? He rubs my belly, my tail wags, knocking over and breaking a vase. I whine. It's okay, I always hated that vase, my mom bought it for me. How long do we have? I sit up, he looks at me then shrugs, realizing I can't tell him. Oh right, duh. Forgot. I need to go to bed. You are welcome to stay. He scratches behind my ear, my tail wags, knocking over the end table that once held the vase. He goes to the closet and gets out a sleeping bag. Then sets up camp on the floor. I cuddle up next to him. At around 5 o'clock I get up and go home. The next morning my wife finds me naked on the floor and wakes me up. I stretch and yawn. Then I get dressed. How was last night? She asks, forgetting that she thinks I don't remember. It was fun. He was happy to see me. Wait, I thought you couldn't remember these nights, she said accusingly. Well, I can. If you don't want me anymore, then you can leave. I wouldn't leave you for the world, honey. I love you, honey. What happened last month? She asks. Got mugged. The guy stabbed me, so I crushed his legs, then ate him. Oh, her voice trails off. She was bright red. So you remember everything? I nod. Even those embarrassing movie nights all those years? Even those. Sorry, her face droops. It's fine. Listen, if I hated that I would have told you to stop. Okay, she was still bright red. I love you. I love you more. Next full moon is on Halloween. What do you say? Her eyes widen as she realizes what I mean. Sure, but I will have to buy a leash so you don't eat people. Fine. On Halloween, I transform, my wife puts on my collar, then hooks the leash. I have no clue how it would help. Outside I see a bunch of kids dressed up. I bark and run after a squirrel, dragging my wife behind me, all the while she is yelling, stop, stay. I finally stopped. My wife is out of breath. What did you spot, boy? She spots the terrified squirrel, then goes, oh, I whine. Sorry, buddy, I can't let you have him. We continue on our adventure, passing kids as we go. Some stop and pet my leg, as I'm too tall to be scratched on the head by a mere child. My tail wags. I was having a great day, then a wolf the size of a husky bounds up to me and sniffs me. His tail wags. Sir Fluffy, meet Frank. Frank, meet Sir Fluffy, she announced. Frank nodded, panting. He is an animal shifter. Wanna get a normal snack sometime, Frank? Frank nods. My email is, she recites. Frank nods again and I bark a hi there. Nice to meet you, Frank. Frank responds with a you too bark. We join up and continue on our walk. 2 days later, she gets an email from Frank. It reads, hey Lynn, my mom agreed to let me go get a normal snack with you. Does 2 p.m. work for you? Lynn soon responded, yes, see you then. At 2:15 they arrived at the dairy barn. Hi, I'm Frank, we met on Halloween. I'm an animal shifter. Hi Frank, I'm Stanley, I'm a werewolf. How old are you? 15, how about you? 31, where do you want to work? I want to join the police force and prevent another tragedy like the Salem trials. You? I work at a mortuary. Okay. My boss is a vampire. Cool. From then on we were best friends. 20 years later I quit my job at the mortuary, then I joined the police force. Now I get to see my best friend every day, not just on full moons. I am elated. I hope I can do good work. I hope I can talk to you again. Goodbye, new friend.